The number one thing that's really going to hold you back while you're out photographing sports is setting your camera to auto. Sure, there's a sports function on most digital cameras these days, but at the end of the day, that really does not give you that much control over the end result of your photo, still leaving a lot up to chance. What you should do is you should take the time to learn all the different settings and what they do in full manual mode. This is ISO, shutter speed, and your aperture. These three things are going to control what the end result of your photo looks like. Always, and I mean always, shoot in full manual mode. The first time you pick up your camera, just shoot in full manual mode. Sure, there'll be some days where you go out and all your photos look like trash. It's just a necessary part of the learning curve. With digital cameras these days, it really makes things a lot easier. If you don't know if you're shooting a good photo, just hit the play button on the back of your camera and it'll bring up your last photo. So you can at least tell if it might look okay as an end result. But no matter what, manual, as this is the quickest way to learn what all the different settings will do for your photos. It also gives you so much more creative control over the final result. Whether you want a nice shallow depth of field like we have here, nice blurry background, nice blurry foreground, you're going to get that with your aperture. The smaller your aperture number, the more blurry the background is going to be, and also the more light's going to enter your camera. With shutter speed, do you want some motion blur in your photo to help translate speed into the photo, or do you want to freeze that frame exactly like it was in that millisecond? This is all going to be controlled by your shutter speed. Slower shutter speed, you're going to get more blur. When I'm out photographing mountain bikes, my general rule of thumb, if I want to just capture that moment, is to never shoot under 1/400. I prefer 1/640 because 1/400 you still get a tiny bit of motion blur a lot of times, but 1/640 is pretty much golden. And anything quicker than that, of course, it's going to be tack shot. Always look for interesting framing. And this one really applies to every type of photography there is. Wildlife, sports, nature, portraits, everything. Everything, this one will definitely help your photos look better. If you're just going to go stand next to a group of photographers shooting the same thing, guess what? All those photos are going to look the same. Don't do this. Don't. Or if you're out on the mountain bike trail and you just stand next to the trail perfectly straight up and just click the shutter, it's not going to look that interesting. No matter how crazy the thing that the mountain biker is doing, it's going to look kind of boring. What you want to do is look for things you could use as foreground. Look for leading lines that can bring focus onto your subject. Look for anything that can just add more interest into the shot. Like this photo here. These two trees here make for a great frame of Austin riding down this rock. This photo here, we have some wildflowers and just adds that little extra color, a little more interest, nice blurry foreground to help really bring the focus to the rider. Whatever it is you're shooting, just look for different things that could make your shot more interesting. Leading lines, super good thing. Help bring the focus to your subject. Depth of field often looks pretty good in photos. Once again, it helps bring focus to the subject. Flowers on the side of a trail often just add a nice little pop of color to what could be a bland photo with nothing but green trees in the background. Keep your eyes open for things that could just add more interest into the shot. Last but not least, finding people to practice with. Chances are you probably enjoy whatever sport or activity it is that you want to photograph. If you have friends who already do this, they are great people to practice with. Just go out, nice low pressure environment to just go and practice. Always a lot easier starting out with people that you're already comfortable with. Next time you go out biking, next time you go out skateboarding, next time you go out play basketball, whatever it is, just bring your camera along with you and just practice. Grab a few shots, participate in the sport a little bit, just go out, have a good time. See what you can capture. If for whatever reason this isn't the case and you're not a mountain biker and you want to capture mountain biking photos, or you want to go capture people skateboarding, go to the obvious places where these people are going to hang out. Go to the trailheads for mountain bikes, go chat with some people. I'm sure in a very short period of time you'll find someone who's very interested in going out and taking photos. Make sure you have some work to show them, just makes it a lot easier for them to say yes if you got some sweet photos to share with them. And really, this applies to every sport. If you want to shoot hockey, go to the ice rink. If you want to shoot basketball, go to the local basketball court, so on and so forth. 100% you'll find someone who would be stoked to get some photos. Another thing you can do is you can go online and see if there's any local events coming up for the sport you want to shoot. The first time I ever went out and shot someone who wasn't my friend for mountain biking, there was an event down in Fernie, the Wham Bam Jam. Just messaged the organizers, asked if they'd be alright if I went and shot, and they were definitely on board to have another camera out capturing the event. Just go online, see what's coming up, message an organizer. Of course, like pro events, you might not be able to shoot, but amateur events, almost always, they're more than happy to have another camera out and capturing the action. And go out there, keep your camera manual, meet some people, and start practicing. Or if you're bored, you can go watch some mini docs.